Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome back to another episode. And we are at the trade deadline, looking to sell off some assets here that are expiring contract to get some young players back in return. And we're looking to get rid of Carlos Estevez and the Brewers. They definitely need some bullpen help. And Jefferson Caro, they tried trading him to us earlier in the year. He is available, and he is a decent catching prospect. He's in the top 50, so we definitely think we can get him onto the team, and hopefully he can be a nice catcher of the future for us and be a big time at bat. Brandon Drury, he has been starting lately, but he is still an upgrade from Brett Baty, who's 24 years old and has been struggling with the Mets lately. He does need a change of scenery, and we are looking to add Matt Allen too, a pitching prospect, and nice little utility player, Rowdy Jordan. For Brandon Drury, I think that's a fair deal, as none of them are top prospects for the Mets, and they want to go through with that. Now, Griffin Canning, Cardinals still need some pitching help. Joshua Baez, 20 years old, 6'4". He could be a nice outfield prospect replacement for Joe Adele if we do end up moving on from him, if he does nothing for us. And the Cardinals accept that, so they get themselves a number 5 starting pitcher, and we get ourselves a center fielder prospect. And before we continue on with the deadline, we're going to jump on in here versus the Colorado Rockies. 44-63 versus the 48-58 Angels. As we continue our homestand here, Mike Trout, just fresh off his 400 career home runs last episode. And he's sitting at 33 home runs, 81 RBIs, 299 OPS. Oof, this guy. His career is going to be legendary. My goodness. He could possibly reach 50 home runs for the first time this season. Patrick Sandoval is starting the game. His 22nd appearance, 4.29 ERA, 98 strikeouts through 115 innings pitched. And we are going to take control of Brett Baty here. First looking at Angels uniform. Young third baseman. Left-handed bat. From the New York Mets, there was a lot of hype for him. He was a top prospect. He just was not getting it done. So he does have a cheaper contract, 24 years old. As he gets a hold of this one here, just to the warning track, he is someone that still has potential, only 24 years old, but time is wearing down for him. If he doesn't show signs of a couple of years, he could be a bust. But we took a chance on him, seeing if he could show that he just needed a new team, some more playing time, as he gets nice contact on that ball there. And that is going to be a double, 2-run score, and it's 5-3. His 9th double of the year, as he moves from the Big Apple to the City of Fallen Angels. My goodness. So far we like what we see out of this young man. If he can see the ball pretty well, then we're going to be excited about this third baseman. Brandon Drury, he was falling off. He was a free agent. And the Mets need an upgrade at third and second base. And speaking of upgrade, Evan White. Oh, he gets a hold of this one. That's gone. Man, oh man. You don't see that much from him this year. Especially at all. But he gets his second home run ever since coming back to the majors with Nolan Schanuel's injury. Aaron Hicks loves what he's seeing there. It's 7-3 now. Evan White, the power hitter, getting things done. Oh, 4 runs this inning. Colorado Rockies pitcher not loving life so much there. Evan White, That's how you do it. That's how you stay on the 40-man roster. Oh my goodness. We didn't go too far, but still. Adding on. Now 7-4, bottom 6. Brett Baty 1 for 2. And he hits that one right back up the middle. We're definitely liking what we're seeing out of this young third baseman. So if he can have a strong finish of the year, maybe he can even move up his stats just a little bit more, and he could be a third baseman on the Angels, taking over for Randone and Evan White. He is a solid depth backup piece for us. If some injuries do happen, we are glad we have him on the 40-man roster. But he strikes out there as Santatella gets some revenge. Now Louis Renfido, 0 for 2. Another guy that did play third base if Brett Baty struggles. He is another utility player for the Angels. But that's a nice solid hit. And Brett Baty is going to be at second. Renfido at first with 1 out. Oh, water. Water never tasted so cold. Zach Neto, 16 home runs, 43 RBIs. Almost at 20 home runs for the first time in his career. And he gets a hold of this one. It's going to right field. Brett Baty trying to test the arm strength. And what a throw. But he gets him. Our right fielder nails Brett Baty. Not known for his speed. It was a nice try. And on his fourth batting attempt here, man on second, he's going to pop one up. And that's going to do it for his day, I'm pretty sure. And the Angels come away with the win. 10-6 is the final score. Brett Baty goes 2 for 4 with a couple RBIs in his Angels debut. And we're excited to see what he can do for the rest of the season with the Angels. Drew Pomeranz gets the save, which he's now the closer for the team with the Estevez trade. Seeing what he can do. See what's breaking in AAA. Ooh, Mike Trout. Alright, it's only going to be on the 10-day diet. IL. Okay, that's fine. He's not going to miss any major time. Alright, official trade deadline is tomorrow. Twins are offering us a trade for JD Martinez. And some interesting names here. Ronnie Henriquez, Jose Miranda, Alex Sulare. Going to say that. Probably butchered it. But 23 years old, 98 miles an hour. He throws the ball. Kind of reminds me of Marcus Stroman. Made it to the MLB in 2022. Didn't last year. Hasn't this year. His control is a little bit off. Alex Sulare, utility player, 24 years old. He's hurt at the moment. Jose Miranda. We just got Brett Baty, so we're not really in a huge offer for another third baseman. This does seem like a decent offer, but they're all three on the 40-man roster. So I don't know about that just yet. But looking at the trade deadline so far, Red Sox get Jonathan India. My goodness, it's all Angels trades with other teams. No one else is making a deal, really. Interesting. The Yankees and the Reds are making deals. Jordan Groshans goes to the Reds. They get bullpen hope TJ Antone. Thought I would see more trades, but definitely interesting. Alright, speaking of trades, we're looking at Nolan Watson here. Let's we're looking about Matt Moore, Jose Marte, and Warner Blakely. Third base prospect for some more bullpen, younger arm help here. Padres looking for a playoff push. Definitely need to get rid of some younger players here to help their bullpen out. And Matt Moore, rental player, he's definitely having a heck of a year. So we get some solid pitching help there. And now Jordan Balazovic is someone we're looking at with the Twins. They are interested in J.D. Martinez. Maybe to be a fifth-man rotation spot for us. And Austin Martin, super utility player. Has some speed. I think we're fine with making that move. And we're trying to see if we could add another guy. They didn't want to, but we're fine with that. So looking at the lineup after the deadline, this is how the Angels will be looking forward here, barring any injuries. But I think we're going to have Austin Martin playing for Mike Trout's spot while he's hurt. And I think Tyron Paris will probably play DH. Now Jordan Balzovic, he's had short gameplay this year, but he's looked solid. And we're going to jump in versus the Rockies here in Game 2. As we want to see what Austin Martin is going to look like in his first appearance as an Angel. Colorado Rockies are fired up here in the dugout. Looks like they got into the nightlife in California here before the game, so their focus may be elsewhere. Angels, they look like they just woke up, so maybe they both went out together. Angels showing them around town. The nightlife, the love life of LA. City Fallen Angels. Oh, but we got a packed crowd here today on a bright sunny day. On the day at the deadline. Doesn't look like a full packed house, but maybe people are still buying hot dogs. And Chase Silseth makes his 22nd appearance. 5.24 ERA, whip of a 1.59. Strikeouts 105. Through 99 innings pitched. Definitely someone we expect more of, but hope we can turn his season around. Now Austin Martin hitting 286 so far since being called up by the Twins. And his first at bat, he's going to ground up to short here. And he's retired. Austin Martin, we are excited what this guy can do. He was drafted in the first round, top 10 by the Blue Jays. Was used as a Jose Barrios trade chip. He's just a 4-tool prospect, not a 5-tool guy. He's not known for his power, but he's got speed, he's got his arm, defense, everything else. So as long as Austin Martin can find some power in his game, he could be a future all-star. He is a little bit on the older side too as a prospect. He's already 25 years old. He's had some injuries, but he gets a hold of this one here. And speaking of needing power, this one was smoked. And that one is gone. Austin Martin gets that one out of here. His first MLB home run. My goodness. Wow, you get traded for at the deadline. And this next game, you make your first hit. Bomb in the majors. My goodness, Austin Martin making an impression here. Ooh, that one was smoked into left field. And LA Angels already loving this man here, Austin Martin. And Brett Batty making both good impressions in their first game as Angels, and hopefully they can keep it up. And there you have it. Mr. Austin Martin. He's just getting shunned before they finally give him some love here. Ron Washington loves it. Congratulations, kid. Now bottom 5th. Lefty Tyler Freeland. And Austin Martin will ground one to short once again there. 1 for 3 with a home run. Can't bring in a run from second. Still 4-3 Colorado. Now 5-5 bottom 6 Austin Martin. Looking for a hit here. He needs one badly. Come on. Get the crowd rocking. Oh, and the slider is just going to hang up there as that looked like it could go. But it does not. Senzatella gives a fist pump there as the game still stays tied. Now bottom ninth. Austin Martin 1 for 4. And he's gonna pop up here, so he will end up going 1 for 5. But for the most part, we liked what we saw. Good contact on the bat, rarely struck out. And he looked solid defensively. But the Rockies do win this series. The game in this series here. So it's tied up at 1. Angels dropped this one. Unfortunately there, 6-5. Series tied at 1. See if they can win it next game. And looking at our top 20 prospects now. After the deadline, you got Jefferson Caro, 21 years old. We're comparing him to Gabriel Moreno, both from Venezuela. But hey, we're hoping he can turn into something. He is on the 40-man roster, so he could possibly make his debut in spring. If not, then he will be making it sometime in April, May next year. And Joshua Baez, hopefully he can get a little more boost, and he could be something we call up in next September. And he got John Wimmer, Nolan Watson. Alright, so we definitely added to our toss prospects here after the deadline. For Austin Martin now. Yep. Alright, we're liking this. Alright, we did alright. We did alright at this deadline. We'll take that. We'll take that all day. Austin Martin, though. I wish he was just a little bit younger. He's going to be 26 already. But late bloomer. Matt Allen, 22 years old. ETA of 2027. Needs to find his stuff just a little bit more. Control. Not quite there yet. But we'll see if we can find a way. Get into the majors. Rowdy Jordan, utility player. Could possibly play in September. A little bit on the shorter side, but he can play everywhere pretty much, and that's what you love out of him. From Sweet Home, Alabama, Mr. Rowdy. Now looking at the final moves at the deadline. Nothing else happened in there for the rest of the league, so it stayed pretty quiet, surprisingly. Usually you gotta govern the deadline, but man, oh man, this is nuts. Was not a whole lot of moves. But we will see you guys next time as we take on the Mets. Until then, sayonara. Bye.